Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Me, yeah, exactly me, nobody else. Hello there. It's Adrian, and you're welcome. Welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. If that sounds like something that you're into, like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. I want to paint the picture for you right now of where I am and what's going on. I'm outside on the streets. I don't know if you can hear the background noise, but there is some construction that is going on out there, from both sides of the streets, from my left and my right, and there's a lot of noise. Again, I don't know how, I don't know if you can hear it. I try my best to edit that part out, but if you can hear it, that's part of this too. It's part of this. There is a reason to why I chose to record this episode anyway, despite all of these noises, being in the background. Also, there's also some doves flying above me for some reason. That's beautiful. Also, it's evening time, the sun is setting, beautiful atmosphere. It's a little windy, also beautiful. And I say all of that to say that I'm just here for the ride. And by here, I mean here on Earth. And I know that I've probably said this 1,000 times in the past episodes that I've done, but I'm really being honest. I'm here for the ride, I'm here for this. I'm here to be able to experience this, whatever I'm experiencing right now. The background noises that I can hear in the background, the doves that are flying by, and the people walking by, the wind, the sounds. I'm later gonna go have a very tasty meal that a friend of mine cooked, that I'm also gonna go for a walk. All of it, whatever is going on right now, I came here for this, to be able to experience this. And I do not want to sound super spiritual and woo woo, but honestly, that's what we're here for, to be able to experience this. Also today, something happened yesterday, and it just kept popping up in my mind, and it just kept bothering me. But then I reminded myself, you know what, I'm not gonna do anything to try and fix this. I'm not gonna try to do anything to try and fix this, or run away from it, or try to force myself to forget it or not think about it. I was just telling myself, you know what, I know it's bothering me. I know I do not like this uncomfortable feeling that I'm feeling on my chest, but I'm still gonna let it happen anyway. You know what I mean? Because this is the point of life. This is the point of living. This is the point of it all. It's about us being able to experience all of it, all of this, the beautiful stuff, the ugly, the things that we like about this human experience, and the things that we maybe do not like about this human experience. This is the whole point. I was also doing some work at work that I wasn't enjoying, and also had a few encounters that I just did not enjoy, but also I had to remind myself not to overreact, and remind myself that it's all a part of a play. Because think about this, I'm an actor, right? Imagine being in a play. You know how the play is going, that you have the script, you have all of it, you've read the script, you know how everything is going to happen and how everything is going to go. And then with that play, there is this thing where sorry, there's just someone who just came by, sorry. With that play, there's this thing where the script, everything that's gonna happen, you've read it all, you know it all, and you're the actor. You get to go out there on the stage and just perform. Again, you know everything that's gonna happen. With every single thing that you're gonna see on stage, and every performance that you're gonna be able to give, and every performance that you're gonna get from everybody else and the other actors, and be able to play with the others, you already know what's gonna happen. So it doesn't matter whether that performance or that particular scene is about something negative or positive, or the actor says something that is supposed to trigger you. By trigger you, I don't mean in real life, but trigger you as in a part of the play. You know that it's a part of the play, so you don't actually let that get to you, get in your head, or hurt your feelings. But when you're acting, you're in the moment. So you're not going to tell yourself, don't be upset. You have to be upset in the moment. And I know that it's acting, but you still have to be in the present moment and basically be able to react to what the other actor does and says, because that's what good acting is. It's about reaction. You don't just stand there like a statue. It's about being in the present moment and reacting to what the other actor does and says to you. You know what I mean? And I want you to apply this to your real life. You came here on this earth to have this human experience, and it's a play that you know about. Again, it doesn't have to be true. Let's just pretend like it is. It's just like an analogy. You know everything that's gonna happen to you and everything that you came here to do. You already read the script, and you are on this earth now, on this stage, and you finally get to perform, and you're the actor, and the same things happen. You meet all these other characters. They do things and say things that maybe trigger you, but remember, you are an actor, so you are acting triggered. It doesn't mean that you actually have to be triggered. I mean, you feel triggered, you feel angry and sad and upset, but at the end of the day, it's still a play or a film. It doesn't matter what it is, it's still a play. So it's not really real. It feels real. It feels very, very real between that action and cut, between those few seconds where the director says action and cut. It feels real. You forget about everything that's happening in the background. You forget about the cameras, you forget about the audience. It's just you and the other person or the other people. And that's the same thing with this life. You're in it. It feels so real, but also at the same time, it's not really real. I'm not saying that this life isn't real. I mean, it is. You can take that, you can choose to interpret that as the way that you want to interpret it, but again, it's just an analogy. Don't lose that part. Again, it's not real, but you choose to be in the moment and choose to react to it. You don't try to run away from the feelings and the way that you feel, whether it's uncomfortable or not, because again, remember, it is just a play. That is all it is. It's just a play. So you have to basically allow yourself to feel everything there is to feel. Basically, allow yourself to feel whatever you need to feel, whether it's good, bad, beautiful, ugly. You want to feel it or not, you just have to feel it. You don't have to run away from it, like, no, I'm gonna try to watch a movie or go on social media and scroll to distract myself from these feelings. Stop it. Allow yourself to be in the moment and basically be able to feel whatever you need to feel. That's what I had to remind myself today. It was just like, you know what, you don't have to run away from anything. You don't have to go on social media or do any other thing, or just like throw yourself and bury yourself in all this work to escape from that, because that's something that I tend to do. I tend to use my work to escape things sometimes. It's like, oh, are you overworking yourself? Like, of course I am. Sometimes I'm running away from some stuff. I'm human too. I mean, I'm very self-aware, but again, I'm human sometimes. I'm human too. That sounded weird. I'm not human sometimes. I'm human, but I sometimes also try to run away from things that feels uncomfortable, and that's what I was trying to do today. But I had to remind myself, like, no, you're human. It's just a play. You're just acting. I mean, I am an actor, but you're just acting. It's an act. You're in a play. It's not real. I mean, it is real, but also it's not really. So just allow yourself to simply be and to simply feel everything there is to feel and experience it, all of it. The sounds, the taste of the things that you're eating, drinking, and the sounds of the things that you're hearing, and whatever you get to see with your eyes, and the smell of whatever you get to smell, and wherever you are, and the touch and that feeling of the things that you get to touch. Is it rough? Is it soft? How does it feel? whatever it is, just allow yourself to be present. And I think the best thing that you can do and the best gift that you can give to yourself is just try the best that you possibly can to be where your feet are. That's it. That's it. Not about what happened yesterday or what went right or what didn't go right or what's gonna happen tomorrow or what could go wrong and all these things. And I know I do that too. I do that a lot, but these are things that I have to remind myself. This is not about you not being able to do this. We all do this. But it's about us reminding ourselves like, hey, this is not the point. This is not what we came here to do. We just came here to just experience. I mean, depending on your beliefs, but just allow yourself to experience your present and just be where your feet are. Stop being hyperfixated on what could happen tomorrow or what happened yesterday and what went right and what went wrong, and just allow yourself to just simply be and simply exist. And if you keep having those thoughts about that one thing that went wrong, and that's what basically was happening with me today in my mind, allow those thoughts to just be. Don't run away from them. Let them replay and replay and replay in your mind again and again and again until they won't be able to do that anymore, and you'll just basically be able to move on to the next thought. I mean, we have however many thoughts, I even forgot that, a day, and this is a cycle that will continue to repeat itself again and again and again. So it's never really that serious. It's truly never that serious. And I know I can lose my mind about certain things and just stress myself about certain things that didn't go right and all these things, but also at the end of the day I still have to come back home and remind myself like, hey, it's not that serious. It's not that deep. It really isn't. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna have to be buried 6 feet deep, and we're gonna become sand and just vanish, and nobody's gonna care about who we were and what we did, and none of it would just matter. So let's just be, let's just be, let's just exist. And I know this sounds so simple, and it's just like so simple advice, but it's these things that are simple and that aren't hard to understand or comprehend that we tend to forget, because it's simple. It's something that we already know, so it's just easy to forget and be like, yeah, whatever. But I also feel like it's very important for us to do this self-reflection work. I mean, this podcast is called Self-Reflection for a reason. It's because we have to force ourselves to be able to sit and have these moments to ourselves and basically just remind ourselves things that we know we should be doing but somehow are not doing, and yeah, allow yourself to be where your feet are. Bring yourself back to earth. Bring yourself back to this moment, this right now. I mean, I'm talking to you, I'm recording this, I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm thinking about this, what I'm talking about. I don't have a script, nothing. I'm just being and simply existing. I might stutter, I might mispronounce a word, whatever. I might take a big pose. It doesn't matter. Somebody might come and interrupt me like somebody just did while I was recording. But again, it just doesn't matter. There's a lot that is going on in the background, but also I'm just allowing myself to simply be, simply exist. There is a lot of beauty in that. There is a lot of peace in simply letting yourself be, simply letting yourself exist. Nothing about what could go wrong or what went wrong and blah blah blah. No, let's just be where our feet are. Let's focus on what our eyes can see, our ears can hear right now, our senses, and what our fingers can touch and feel, what our mouth and tongues and just taste buds taste, and what our noses can smell, and where our feet are. That's all it's about. Most especially right now, we're in a period where there is just so much going on right now. Oh god, there is so much negativity everywhere, politically speaking, environmentally speaking. Everything is freaking getting worse. And I think as human, I don't think we were designed to know about every single bad thing and every single negative thing that is going on out there. Absolutely not. And People used to be way happier before because they just didn't know about every single bad thing that was happening out there. And now, because we have social media and we've never been connected than we're now more connected than ever before, to the point where we know everything that is going on all at once, and that is just so much, and that can be quite damaging to the human psyche. Like, no, that is just too much. And personally, I do not want to know about every negative thing that is going on out there. I genuinely cannot. I can't. I refuse to. I can't. I have to limit my screen time and what I see on social media. All of it. You know? All of it, because I just can't take it. I cannot. And I don't think my mind can take that and can handle that. I cannot. There is so much that is going on that is not good right now, and there is nothing that we can do. There's nothing that we can do. We're just here sitting, and we just have to watch all of it happen and feel bad and go crazy about it and point fingers at each other and just do nothing and be unhappy, you know. And most especially right now, I just think it's way important, and it's never been more important to just protect one's psyche, one's mind, and peace and mental health. And I think it's our responsibility to make sure that we protect ourselves and our friends and families right now. And I feel like if everybody could do that right now, it would just be better. We would all just be a little happier, because we can try to do and control what we can and try to help as much as we can. And the things that we cannot control, please, we cannot control, and it is what it is. You know, it's never been more important to protect one's peace and mental health than now, you know. And I just don't think we were designed to know about every atrocious thing that is going on out there. Just, no, we were not designed that way. So if it's about you limiting your screen time, please do that. If it's about you not going on social media that much, please do that, you know. It's very important that we do that. It's very important that we be where our feet are. What we can do to help, do. What we can do, we cannot do. We cannot do. We can't. You know, and yeah. Let's just try our best to be where our feet are. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say for today's episode. Again, I love you. Again and again and again. Take care of yourself. Like and subscribe if you're new, and join the family. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm actually very hungry. Yeah. I'm probably gonna go and eat right after this. So yeah, like I just said, that's all I have to say for today's episode. Take care of yourself. I love you. And thank you for making it this far. I am gonna go now. Bye bye. Take care of yourself. See you on the next one. Sending you virtual hugs and kisses. Bye.